Welcome back, everyone, to Silverrun Forest Episode 3, my gameplay here on, well, yeah, my kind of storyline gameplay. So, today I'm going to try to call Richard and see if he doesn't have any work for us. So, he said to call him today. I'm not sure what his plans are. The problem is, though, we need to get our truck into the shop. And so I woke up early, but the shop doesn't open until 8. Normally, I'd like to start as soon as we get some daybreak, try to get out and get some work going, but there's no... Oh, we need to check the map here real quick before we go anywhere. So here we are up at the motel up over here, or the hotel. So the repair shop is going to be, I think, down there. I think that we're going to take you down to the actual vehicle shop. So we'll head around, take a right, and then a left at the end of the drive. And I think that should get us there. Let's go ahead and... Oh, we don't want to get in a collision. That would be a... We'd really need some repairs then. But yeah, just need some engine work. I have no idea how much it's going to cost today. And the weather report today did say it was supposed to rain as well, which... It's not going to be great either, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. I don't really want to do a bunch of forestry work in the rain, but we'll see what Richard has for us. Maybe he has some just... I don't know. I don't know Richard that well. We'll just have to go talk to him and see if he's got any work, or call him, I guess, and see if he's got any work for us. We don't want to hit any pedestrians here. Oh, geez Louise. These people are out of control. Well, let's walk right in front of a truck if they can. Wait for this traffic here, but... Yeah, we'll take down the shop, we'll drop it off there, so that's the other thing, is we might have to pay for a cab. And as you can see, our hotel was $75 that got taken out last night. We had $12.99 when we went to bed. Alright, here we go. Perfect. So, we'll head over this way. I think the shop is just down here. Trying not to get T-boned. Anyone? Yep, here we go. Alright. We'll just park over here in the lot for them. Try to back us in if I can. Try to use my mirror if at all possible. There's the line there. Normally I'm really good actually at backing up in real life, but just not in game. Alright, how's that park job? That was pretty good actually, backing up in cab. That was pretty good. Yeah, that's good right there. Alright. Let's turn this baby off. Let's go talk to them. I'll just go, yeah, I'm just gonna go talk to them, make sure they know we're dropping it off, and then we'll give Richard a call. I'll probably just give him a call in there after I finish talking to him before we get going, but yeah, I'll just see what he wants us to do today, or if he can give us a ride, or I will, to get work, I will pay for a cab to get up there, because we can't take a day, if we can at all possible, to just not do any work. So, and Richard seems like he wants us to work for him, so I'll go ahead and we'll get in here, we'll get that squared away, and then I'll be back here with you guys in just a second. All right, so they're going to take a look at the truck. The good news is they said that if I come back just before closing or closing time, they said they're open 8 to 5. So typical business. They said get back down here before 5. They actually are very nice to let me in before they're actually open, which was very kind of them. They knew I was new to the area, and they know that I just need to drop the truck off. So, or they figured that anyways. But yeah, so they're going to take a look at this, get this baby squared away. Up and running and everything like that. But I did call Richard. Richard said he doesn't have any work for me. He said he's worried about the weather, so he's not going to do a whole lot. He's just going to tinker with some of his machines and get some of that done. But he did say he has a buddy that works in this area as well that owns another company that doesn't do forestry per se, but he says his buddy owns a company called Johnson Mining, and that Johnson Mining needs some stuff delivered to a refinery that's here, a metal refinery. So he said that his friend would be willing to pay us if we did that, because he doesn't have anyone that runs deliveries regularly, so he just tries to hire people here and there. So that would be nice if we could get kind of into that as well, maybe, and do a little bit of that for him. So he said that he recommended me. He said he got a call from Johnson. It's Robert Johnson is the owner of it. He said he got a call from him last night, and Robert said, hey, I'm looking for someone to drive a dump truck and load a dump truck for me. And he recommended me since, well, he said I did good work for him. And I told him about my truck and how I'm trying to get that squared away. And he said, not a big deal. He said that he doesn't have a lot going on. So he's actually going to drive down here. Should be here very soon. He's going to pick me up in his truck, which will be great. And then we should be good to go. So that'll be awesome. If he can get down here and pick me up and he can give me a ride up there, that'll be fantastic. So hopefully he'll be here very shortly. But yeah, on that note, we'll wait here for a second and he'll give us a ride from here. So I actually might go back in and get me some coffee just because it's free here. So I might do that, but I'll see you guys here in a second when hopefully, or not Robert, sorry, Richard gets down here to give us a ride. Oh, looks like Richard is pulling in to get me. That'll be great. He's probably going to want me on this side of the truck over here so I can actually get in there. Wait for him to come to a stop here. Perfect. All right, well, I will see you guys up at the mine. We should be there hopefully shortly. All right, well, there goes Richard down the hill. Oh, gosh. He's cooking down that hill. Yep, there he goes. Well, anyhow, Richard's gone. We were up here at the mine. He introduced me to Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson said that we can use this equipment right here. He just wants us to load up some of this metal. He's got a lot sitting out here, and then we need to haul it down to where his mine is at. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so let's drive it over this way. I'm not sure how this is going to go. This is definitely not the work I thought we'd do. But the pay's pretty good. So we get, we're using their equipment. So in terms of everything for the load this size, he said that we can go ahead and haul it down there and we'll get paid $500 a load. So I'm hoping to get 2 or 3 loads down today. So that would be pretty great. I don't know how long. Oh, there's a lot here too. This thing only does 1,000 liters at a time. But again, we're using his equipment, which is very kind of him. And I don't know why let me make sure my sound is actually up for you guys. Otherwise, it's good. We have volume master, so let me turn it up a little bit so you guys can actually hear the equipment. There we go. That should be there in the recording now. Probably should put our beacon on for safety purposes. I should put some lights on too, because we don't have a lot of light yet. There we go. All right, let's see if we can do... Let's see how bad this is going to go if we do in-cab here. Again, I want to try to do some in-cab if I can in this series. All right, there we go. We can see that window up there, which is really nice. That kind of straight up ahead there. We just got to hope this is kind of over a little bit further, maybe. Okay. I don't see any on the ground, so I guess that was probably pretty good. Let's get this loaded here. Jeez, a lot of it in there, though. I see why he needs to get some of this squared away and taken care of. Try not to roll this. I'm going to get right up next to that if we can. There we go. That's about perfect right there. All right. Get a couple more buckets full here. See if we can't get this up over the top there. Oop, easy does it. I don't want to crash in and damage any of this stuff. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and let's just hop out for a second. I want to see what the capacity of this thing is. All right, 4,000 liters, so probably 2 more buckets full for at 75% there. So let's see if we can't get a couple more buckets. Again, it's $500 a load, so it's definitely, we're gonna make some good money, I think. I'm hoping to get at least 3 loads, if not 4 or 5. If we got, I mean, honestly, anything, we're making better money doing this. I mean, we're working for Richard. However, this is definitely different. So that's what we need to be careful of there. Let's go ahead and... Now, the one thing they did check with us, we do need a CDL, or a commercial driver's license, to drive this bad boy, they said, in this area. So I made sure that I have mine on me. I had one from all of our farming and stuff we've done before, since we've driven a lot of trucks and stuff like that. And there we go. That's our first full load. Let's go ahead and set that bucket down. And turn this baby off here. Turn the beacons off. Oh, probably should turn those lights off. Last thing I want is the battery to go dead. And then we'll hop in here. Woo! Beautiful truck, 5,400 liters at a time. Oh, this is going to be obnoxious to drive without a wheel, isn't it? Oh, goodness. Look at that. All right, well, I have quite the trek ahead, so I will see you guys once we get our first... Oh, geez, the brakes in this thing are not great either. But I will see you guys once I get our first load down there to, well, down to the mine. So I'll see you guys here in just a bit.
The further we move on from all those yesterdays, happiness gets nearer. The light that we see closing in so fast ahead, it's hope, it's getting clearer. The more I think of all the the tough times we survived, the more it makes me smile. If nothing's broken us, yeah, nothing ever will. 'Cause dreams are hard to kill. And I know somewhere's a place where we can build our memories. Somewhere, just hold on tight, it'll be alright. Show me the way, show me a way to somewhere, to somewhere. Nothing from the past can hurt us anymore. We're free of what we lost. Not anything or anyone will hold us back. No matter what.
All right, well, it took us about an hour, half hour, 45 minutes or so, maybe an hour, probably actually close to an hour in terms of in-game real time to get this slowed down here, but we should be able to just dump this off here is my understanding. See if this will actually work for us. No, of course not. Why would it work? Oh, goodness. Give me 1 second here. And just like that, it's magic. I just had to do some finagling in terms of the multiplayer. And we shouldn't get paid out for this. It should all be set up. Perfect. There we go. So there we go. It's going into there. And that is that. Okay, so I'm thinking about this as well. So obviously, we're not burning our fuel and we're not using our maintenance here, but we could also still be not using either of those things if we were to take a look. If we go online here to our magical store, we could potentially lease something that could hold maybe a greater capacity. Not a lot there, and go a little quicker. So what is this one? I could think 23,000 liters would be good. That one only does grain. 15,000 liters. Yeah, so I mean, we could get a bigger truck, maybe like this one. If we did this and we looked at the leasing cost for, okay, that was, yeah, 23. There we go, 23. If we lease this, well, gosh, I just want to see the leasing cost of it. So it's probably fairly expensive, but if we just, if we go down here, if we just magically real quick jump over to Johnson Mining, there we go. Just because I want to see in the store what it would cost to lease that bad boy. If we go to trucks and we go to this guy with the 23,000 liter capacity, lease it. Okay, so 2880. So we could potentially lease that. Now we'd have to do, if it's got 23,000 liter capacity, if we divide 23,000 divided by the 5,400, that's about 4.25 loads we're going to get. So 4.25 times 500. So we would get $2,125 per load. So all we'd have to do is 2 loads in a day, as long as there's enough up there. So obviously we can use this for now, what we have going on for now. But I think in the future, we could probably make some good money using one of those. Because I bet you we could do like 8 loads maybe in a day or something crazy like that. Yeah, so that is an option. But let's go ahead and actually, let's hop out of here. Let's jump back to our farm. Yes, nope, there we go. Yep, yes, I want to be on our farm. But yeah, there we go. So that is an option. But yeah, that we obviously don't have to pay for really fuel or maintenance on that guy either, because we would probably return it before we'd use enough fuel. I do have lease to own installed as well right now, so we could just hold on to it indefinitely and keep making payments on it and then eventually buy it. That is an option. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about that. But that's definitely an option, is to get a better piece of equipment. Now, I don't know how often we're going to be up there doing that, but I think before we'd want to lease one of, well, we could lease it and then we can always return it later, but before we'd really want to own a truck that could do that, we want to maybe get an agreement set up with him where we're doing all of his hauling for him, and then we potentially could buy ourselves a bigger wheel loader to load it up faster, or maybe even a conveyor belt up there that can load up our truck really easily to save us some time. So I'm sure we could talk to him, maybe get a contract going with him. He also has a big mining company, so I'm honestly surprised he doesn't have better equipment, but yeah, I don't know. So maybe we'll talk to him about that and see if that's something he'd be interested in, but yeah, time is flying on here. We are rocking and rolling. I'm going to keep rocking and rolling and getting some more stuff done. What I'm going to do is try to get as many loads as I can done. Obviously, we have one done. I'm actually going to write that down. We've done one load today. So, oh goodness, if I can get a sticky note out and not lose control here. Let's do one load. There we go, one load. Okay. Oh, and also I'll note too, so that video you just kind of saw before we got to the mine, I had to speed up the camera view, so that's not how fast this thing goes. This thing was going so slow, but I did like the footage I got there. And if you guys enjoyed that, please let me know down in the comments as well, so that way I know to do more of that in the future. But for now, yeah, we're going to keep rock and rolling. I'm going to keep getting some of that stuff hauled down. Our rain hasn't hit yet, though it's still early on in the day, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'll see you guys here in just a bit. All right, we're still working, still rocking, still rolling here. We're just doing, this is, oh gosh, this is load 3 we're on right now, which is great. But yeah, we've been doing good. I brought you guys back in because I wanted to talk to you guys about, I did talk to the owner of the Johnson Mining Company, Robert Johnson. Robert's a really nice guy. I actually got to get to know him a little bit, talking with him. We had lunch together. It was a little early for lunch, I thought, but he was eating lunch, and that was why I was able to run into him when he was up at the mine. Goodness, this thing does not do hills very well. Yeah, this thing struggles on hills. But anyhow, I talked to him. I was like, hey, your equipment really isn't super effective, and there's probably bigger stuff. And I mean, I don't obviously know, and I just kind of talked to him. I didn't want to say, hey, why the heck are you making us use old equipment or anything like that. Obviously, I didn't want to say something like that, but I pretty much asked him. I was like, is there a reason you don't upgrade the equipment? It seems like you probably had it for a while and stuff like that. And he gave me a couple good reasons for it. Well, or I guess not maybe good reasons. One of them was a good reason. He said since it still works and it's pretty reliable equipment, since it's kind of older stuff and it's been well maintained, and he bought it used a while ago, but it's been maintained well. Obviously, he said that he doesn't really want to try to invest in something new that he doesn't necessarily know how to use or anything like that, or have to maintain a more expensive piece of equipment when he doesn't have to do iron deliveries really that often. And he doesn't end up honestly doing a lot of deliveries himself. Gosh, that car just passed us. But he said that he doesn't do a lot of deliveries himself anyway, so since he's not doing them, he's not really too worried about how long it takes, since he can afford to pay out the $500 a load, and he just pays someone to come run the load for us. He did say, though, that since if we did get our own equipment, he would pay us a little bit more to deliver it, since we would be now using our own equipment and have to pay for that. And he said he wouldn't mind if we did that to be more efficient. He said that it's hard enough for him to find drivers in the area to actually deliver the iron for him, so he said that he'd be happy with us being his kind of somewhat exclusive delivery driver, if that makes sense. But yeah, so yeah, Robert's a really nice guy. I liked working with him on that, and that might be something. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Should we lease something kind of long term and kind of do the lease to own thing, where I know the dealership here in town does that. I need to get a wheel. This is such an obnoxious, I can't imagine what you guys are thinking, just whiplash back and forth. This articulating vehicle. I gotta get my wheel set up so I can actually do this. I did my unboxing video, so my wheel should hopefully be set up soon, but oh gosh, it's a nice Logitech G29 wheel, in case you're wondering. But yeah, I did an unboxing video for the members. But yeah, so anyhow, sorry, I got distracted. Squirrel, that's what happens though. But yeah, so we can invest in some of our own equipment. Obviously there's just the Johnson mine that's in the area that I'm aware of, but if we did have a big wheel loader and a good set of trucking stuff, we could even almost open almost like a little trucking industry kind of on the side as a side job. I do want to get into forestry, obviously. Our main goal here is to start a big forestry operation that we own and operate. But to be honest, if we're able to get some of that trucking stuff set up and get some of those trucks ready to go, so we have those trucks available. And actually, I didn't look at it. I'm kind of curious now, so I'm going to pull over and take a look at it actually real quick before we get too far while you guys are in here. I am curious, if we go to the store's website here on my phone, that's how I'm role-playing it here. This is what we were looking at getting. So it just has those capacities. Okay, because if we could find a truck maybe that one only does up to 15,000, but if we could find a truck that maybe had like a logging back as well. Like this guy, I don't know what you can put on the back of that. Ooh, that's you need 30,000 liters of that, but also has a tank carrier. So not great. Is this like oh wow, that's a nice little truck there. This one, I don't know what it has available. Capacity 14,500. Yeah, nothing crazy there. Because if we could find a truck, and there may be some other ones they don't have on their store website, aka on the mod hub. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, well, he doesn't have like a log back. Because if we could get, obviously he's got a good dump back, 21,000 liters wouldn't be bad. Is that just a, oh, this has backs to it as well. But yeah, if we get like, we could even buy, I mean, we're getting pretty expensive once we start getting up into here and looking at some of this stuff. Yeah, this is starting to get pretty expensive for us, but maybe we get, maybe we find a truck that has like a log back or something that we can put logs in. Because if we could do that, we'll keep driving here. But make sure there's no cars coming. I don't think there are. It's kind of hard to see in this thing. Yep, nothing coming. All right. But yeah, so if we could get something that can actually haul logs, I think that'd probably be more useful for us in the long term. So that would be, oh, deer running around there. So that'd be kind of nice if we could actually figure out how to do that. That would be fabulous. But again, I don't know how guaranteed that is. I really wish you could see more out of the back of these mirrors, to be honest. Well, looks like there is a car behind us, but yep. Anyhow, we're gonna keep cruising along here. But yeah, so that would be kind of nice. Oh, what in the? Do you guys see that behind us? Oh my, what is that behind us?